Welcome to another episode of Nth Degree. I'm Dominic Uy with my buddy Kevin over here.
Kevin Limhoko.
Kevs, it's been, time flies. It's what, our 13th episode, our season ender.
Well, thank you.
So, it's nice to look back and look at what the things that we did right, the fun that we had. And, I just like this setting. We're just in the backyard, having some beers.
Actually, the neat thing is, like this fantastic beer we're having. Now, what's great is that it's happening a lot more often now in the Philippines, where our friends of ours and just the regular folk have decided to make their own beers.
And I think in anything, whether it's clothes, food, drinks, you have to be able to try different things.
Correct.
To know what you really like.
Yeah.
It's very subjective, and
It really is.
Talking about things that are out there, something that's really new in the Philippines and actually basically around the world is making your own beer.
Yes. So actually, we hooked up with your buddies,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And it's called Joe's Brew, and we're gonna find out how they started and everything.
So if you guys do it well, just like what they did, you can turn this passion into a profitable business as well. So it's win-win. You do what you love what you do, and everyone loves what you make. So it all works out. So we got our friends together, Mark and Marco, and you're gonna tell us how to do it. No, of course, protecting yourselves, not telling us trade secrets and all that jazz, but why did you guys do it to begin with? I mean, just purely because you loved it, or there was more to it than that?
Well, part of it really is the passion for beers, and to be quite honest, making beers is so simple. Anybody can make beers at home. You can go to YouTube, you can watch videos, and you can see the science of it. It's very simple. We all decided to just venture out into having our own craft beer business, which is part of it's very exciting, and at the same time it satisfies our hunger.
So you guys liked it. You said, you know what? Maybe let's pursue this.
Yeah.
Let's make it into a business. You have how many labels now?
Right now we have 4 different variants.
Okay, so 4 different variants. Okay, please talk us through the different ones.
Yeah, well, basically, when we first started out, we launched two beers. So we wanted to create one that was kind of like a Belgian wheat inspired, but instead of using Belgian ingredients, we used American ingredients. So this is the Sierra Madre wheat ale. So if you're familiar with Blue Moon and let's say Hoegaarden, it's very similar to that, but it also has its own original flavor to it. And then the second one was our Fish Rider Pale Ale. A Fish Rider Pale Ale is basically it's kind of like an amber pale ale. So it has a nice copper finish to it. There's also kind of like a citrus aroma when you try and smell the beers. So those 2 we launched. We did that around June of last year. And also, for those who were actually asking for stronger beer, we actually created our own IPA, which is the 34th Pursuit.
I heard there's a story
There
about that.
is a backstory.
Which I think Kevin's also somewhat related to the story.
Incredible. What a small world. And I was looking at the 34th Pursuit. I'm like, that sounds so familiar. And it just so happens that our grandfathers flew together in World War II, and their squadron was the 34th Pursuit.
Yes,
which is what a small world. It's incredible.
So that's pretty much the whole inspiration with that beer. We wanted to make a beer in name of our grandfather because he loved beer. And our passion for beer, we got it from him. Well, not just for beer, but for drinking in general.
I see. And you can't refuse your grandfather. Here, you gotta drink this. Yes, Grandpa. Yes, Lolo. Whatever you say. Lolo said we can drink. It's okay.
He said it's like your free pass.
That's our free pass.
Like look at your parents. Hey, you ask your dad. He said it was all right, man.
One thing that I want to ask is, I mean, obviously you've got really nice logo, but why Joe's Brew?
It's Joe's Brew because the master behind all the recipes, his name is Joey, and in fact he's actually just ready now. He's going to showcase some of his ingredients and techniques of how to make beer. So I guess take you guys to his small shop.
Let's do it.
Introduce you to Joey.
Now, folks, for the uninformed like myself, when I look at this, I'm thinking of bird seeds, you know, for parrots, and of course maybe feed for guinea pigs and rabbits. And if I look over there, we're gonna cook some rice or have some freaking brew. But to inform us and enlighten us is actually the master brewer, Joey. Now Joey's a little shy. Okay, he's a little shy, but he's gonna walk us through.
But he knows his beer.
He knows his beer.
He knows his beer.
And he's gonna walk us through this. All right, so Joey,
How do we start it out?
over
Yeah,
here?
what do we have here?
This is our base malt, which gives us more fermentable sugars.
Okay.
Then this is special tea malt that gives us more the color, the mouthfeel, and a bit of those caramel flavors. that you
Okay.
get on the
Okay.
Interesting, mouthfeel. huh?
Mouthfeel.
Mouthfeel. And sorry, and the first one was what again?
It's a base
This-
malt, yeah, that gives you more alcohol.
Oh, this is for the
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
And then this one is our hops. Gives you the bitter notes on the beer,
Okay.
the fruity flavors.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's on the hops.
Oh wow. And of course, you actually make the hops yourself?
No,
or,
no,
or
we
you
get them.
you
We
get them as well.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
They're all imported, but we already have local suppliers here, so
Oh, that's
which
brilliant.
is easier to
And then you just mix it all together.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so after we have our ingredients.
And this is to make bullets, or what do we
It's
what
a
do we do
capper
here?
for the bottle.
Yeah.
So what we do is we mix them, then we crush them, we actually crack them,
Okay.
and then we steep them. We steep them right here
Okay.
in water for
In
for
the
an
witches
hour.
in the witches brew.
Yeah, so this our mash tun, this our hot liquor tank, and our boil kettle. We steep the grains here, and then we rinse them with hot water, and then it
Okay.
goes down to the boil, where you put your hops.
Okay.
So on the mash is you get all the starch and convert them to sugars
I see.
so that when you pitch the yeast, it will become alcohol.
Ah,
Wow. And
okay.
of course, the idea there is, remember he went to school and he's trained for this. So, but you could do this at home, I guess, but mess up or blow your house up or something like that. But obviously, Joey knows what he's doing. That's why he's the master brewer, right? So what
So
else?
after the boil, after
Yeah.
adding the hops and getting the flavor, we cool them down with this one. This is our cooling system. So from boiling, and you have to drop your temperature to around 70 Fahrenheit. Then put them here in this fermenter,
Okay.
and then pitch the yeast, and then ferment it for a month.
Fermented for a month.
Yeah, for
Okay.
a month. No, probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Then bottle condition also is probably
Okay.
another week.
All right.
So from the time you start
Mm-hmm.
till you get the end product in the bottle,
Probably 3 weeks.
3
Yeah,
weeks.
3 weeks.
That's longer than I expected.
Depends on the style of beer that we'll be making. Though. So, the more alcohol, the longer.
The longer will be. I was just gonna ask that.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
take longer. Okay.
So they were telling us that you're the master brewer, and that's why you've tried all these different kinds of beer. What is your whole concept of brewing your own beer?
I like to do like they say food pairing with beers. So,
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm with you with the food pairing.
like
Although
with
I'll
the
just
wheat
eat the
beer.
food. I'm not sure the beer, but I'll
It's something like wine, like with the lighter beers.
Okay.
Let's say the wheat beer, it goes good with fish, chicken,
Okay.
and then with the darker ones, let's say with the pale ale or the IPA, it's good on let's say steaks, burgers.
What would be your, I guess, take on people who want to start their own brew or want to try your brew? I mean, what makes it so different from the others out there?
Maybe it's the quality, the ingredients quality that we use.
Yeah.
That makes it different from,
Okay.
and the process and how we make the beer.
Right.
It's like really the old traditional way on how to make beer,
Right.
the Asian times. So
Uh-huh.
The ancient times. I like that. I like
Okay, so what we have here now is our latest invention. So, Dom, we wanted you guys to try our take
Thank
on
you.
ginger ale, which hopefully should be in shelves and in stores and a lot of restaurants and bars soon. Correct. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. Oh, this is fabulous.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of ginger. I mean, salabat is something that, as a child, you do not want to take.
No.
But this one,
Right.
it gives you that hint, but it's actually you want to keep on drinking it.
No, this is
I mean,
fabulous.
salabat is like, Mom, take it away. But
this
this
is
one, you
great
want to
stuff,
keep
man.
drinking it. So you what? Okay, this is
My-
not yet in the market.
Not yet, but soon. In the
But
next
what
month or
about
so.
what about the your babies? Where can the people who are watching this actually
Oh, yeah.
partake?
Well, if you guys want to grab a fresh batch of Joe's Brew, we're available in a good amount of bars and restaurants, namely Perfect Pint at the Fort. We're at Niner Itchy Nana. We're in all the backyard kitchen and brew locations in Quezon City, Makati, and Ortigas, as well as Tipsy Pig. And if you guys want to order the beers directly from us, you can send us an email at info@joesbrew.com.
Do you guys have a Facebook page?
We do. Joe's Brew PH. Instagram, follow us, Joe's Brew PH. And our website's coming up soon. It's www.joesbrew.com.
No, but honestly, great job.
Yes.
Fabulous all the way through. Great job, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Well
you
done.
for
Well done.
being part of Nth Degree. It is our season ender, 13th
yeah,
episode,
13th episode,
and what a way to cap the first season, Kev.
Oh yeah, with a bang.
Definitely with a bang.
With a
Thank
bang.
you once again to Joe's Brew. Do
Thank
check
you.
them out.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys on the next season of Nth Degree.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, guys. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
That's a wrap.
It's actually good.